Hi Floss 2 friends, it's Liliana and welcome back to my playlist Stitch Life Diaries entry 24. Today is Monday, January 11, 2026. I've had 2 stitching sessions on my focus piece, Oriental Splendor. Since you last saw it in my last entry, I shared that this is what it looked like then. And now this is what it looks like. Here's the updated version. I know it doesn't look like much, but I got this rose in here, and I worked a little bit on this one as well. Did some back stitching as I go along, as all of you know. Those of you who follow me, I like to back stitch as I go along instead of leaving it towards the end. And this here was about, give or take, 6 hours. I spend about 2.5 to 3 hours a session at night, sometimes less, but usually not more than 3 hours. Yeah, so this was a total of about, my best estimate, about 6 hours. Yeah, I have got a long way to go yet. I really don't keep track of my actual time, but that's just my best estimate. I did catch myself making an error here and there, but so far I've caught it really early on. So frogging has been limited to about under 6 stitches that I had to undo. Yeah, so it's been going pretty well, but I do need a break. So now I'm going to work on another whip. In my last entry, I spun the Wheel of Names, and it chose A Treasured Time, another kit by Dimensions Go Collection. I will be working on this tonight. It's worked on 16 count gray Aida. Stitches required are full cross stitch, half stitch, back stitch, couching, lazy daisy, and French knots. It is the Go Collection, right? So there's a lot going on with the Go Collection kits. I started it in December 6, 2025, and here's my small start. I think I'd like to work on it for maybe 2 or 3 days. That's my hope. I will try to at least give it 2 days, or 2 sessions, I should say. We'll see how it goes. Then I'll go back to my Oriental Splendor because, like I said, it is my focus piece, and I really want to get that one done. Yeah, so alrighty then. I'll see you guys in a snap. And in a snap, I'm back. It's a Wednesday, January 14th, and here's my progress on A Treasured Time. Now, this kit has a lot of half stitching going on. There are 35 symbols for half stitches and only 13 full cross stitches. And I'm a stitcher who prefers the full cross stitch over the half cross stitch. So I was constantly catching myself making a full cross stitch when I should have been half cross stitching. And that frog kept visiting me and would not leave me alone. So I'm setting it aside for now. It is a beautiful design and I love it, but I can tell you guys right now it's most likely going to be one of my least favorite projects to work on. Unless I can get myself used to the half cross stitching, it is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside and go back to my Oriental Splendor. focus piece that I am really looking forward to stitching on tonight. I almost feel like I missed 2 days of cross stitching, which sounds weird, I know. I just love the full cross stitching. I guess that I feel like I missed out, the past 2 days. I could have, however, just chose to stitch the full cross stitches, and skip the half stitching, but that would mean I'd have to jump around, and I didn't want to do that. I like to stay pretty close to the surrounding stitches because when I skip several rows, that's when I make more mistakes. So I try not to do that. By keeping the stitches close together and working in this way, I catch my mistakes much faster, and then I can make the correction. The correction will be much easier to make. But before I leave you, I'll show you that I have a felt project completed. And I think it came out cute. I'm still very much a beginner at this felting craft thing, so I'm still practicing the blanket stitch, trying to get the spacing as evenly as I can. Still needing some more practice, of course, but I'm getting better at it. Then, of course, cutting the shapes symmetrically has been a little tough, but I'm getting a little better at that as well. So on the back side, I put a magnet, and this patch here is covering some not so well stitches. Just I had a hard time in this part here, so I covered it up. I put her name down on the bottom, my granddaughter's name, with the year that I stitched it, and then added these little I don't know what you call them. They're not beads, they're whatever. I added these on, and then a little bling there, and call it done. So it's ready for Valentine's Day, and before you know it, it'll be here. Okay, so stitching friends, I'll be back in a little bit and show you my progress on my focus piece, which is Oriental Splendor. My baked keto gingerbread thumbprint cookies are done. They're really good. They are made with Lily's white chocolate, and they are almond flour, not regular white flour, but with almond flour. I am not diabetic, but before I started my keto journey or low carb lifestyle, I was experiencing hypoglycemic attacks, which is a precursor towards becoming pre-diabetic. I found out I was insulin resistant, not by my doctor, mind you, but through my research on the internet. I found some doctors talking about the keto diet or low carb lifestyle. And after doing the research, I knew I had to cut back on sugar and carbs. And diabetes does run in my family, so that was a concern for me. My mom was, and her sister were both diabetic, and I knew I was probably next in line. So as soon as I started the keto diet, even within a 2-week period, or 3 weeks, somewhere around there, I don't remember now, it's been a while since I've been on this diet, the attacks, that roller coaster of high and low blood sugars, up and down, were gone. I felt more energy than ever, and I knew I had to keep up with it. So, and because I have such a sweet tooth, I was addicted to sugar. I am so thankful for the products that are now out that use substitute sweeteners. that I can bake with. So I do not like all of the keto cookie recipes that I've tried, and I've tried many, but once in a while I will find a really good recipe, and this one definitely is. It is, it doesn't fall apart, and it's not cake-like. It's nice and chewy, and they're just so good. And they came out looking really pretty, which some of the keto cookie recipes do not. But this one I like, definitely a keeper. So we're here again with my Oriental Splendor update. Today is Saturday, January 17th, and I've got a tiny bit more progress to boast about. You guys are probably so tired already of watching my updates on this one, but it is my focus piece. So if you watched my last Stitch Life diary entry, I shared this, and I probably will keep sharing this for the next few days, weeks, months. I don't know how long it's going to be or how long this is going to last. We will see. You know, of course, things change. It's always subject to change, because even though this is my focus piece and I want to get it done before the beginning of spring, you know, things change. They always change, right? Because as we all know, planning projects have a funny way of evolving as they go, because if crafting has taught me anything, it's that plans are more of a guideline than a hard set rule. So let's see what I did with stitching. I'll put a photo here of what it looked like the last time you saw it, which was not that long ago. In fact, on this same video. And I added some stitches through here, and I'm really getting excited because I'm starting here on the vase. So much fun. Loved this part here. And then I went up this way and got a little bit more through here and up that way, and a tiny few stitches through here. Not much, but so mainly I worked through here. And that's what it's looking like, and I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. I'm still having fun with it, but of course I am going to take small breaks here and there in between, which I think will help me to continue to work on this. That's my strategy. So we'll see if I can stick to it. Alrighty, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate every single one of you. If you want more stitching goodness and want to watch my progress, make sure to subscribe. And remember, a day without stitching is like a needle without a thread. Completely pointless. See you in the next video.